Today is January the 9th, 2023, and this is the eighth day of my water fast, which will be lasting for 30 days. I'm committed, in for the long haul. Thanks for tuning in again, and today was a good day. Struggled quite a bit. I think around about 2 o'clock, I was saying I'm not going to do this. It is too tough. But thanks to the comments and all the positive feedback, I feel like I'm renewed again. One of the comments that I got, I think I want to go ahead and answer it or address it, is that it was from my sister. She said, "You should actually tell how old you are." I said, "You think that'll make a difference?" She said, "It could be, you know." So just for those who are wondering, I'm 61 years old. Birthday is in September, actually September the 11th. So taking all gifts if you guys want to send me one. And you know, the interesting things about this is that I got diagnosed with MS in 2015, right? I think I was 50-ish, right? 55 or something like that, I can't remember. But it was unusual because the doctor they were stunned. They did so many tests and they couldn't figure it out. I had to go to 2 centers, and then I ended up going to the Mayo Clinic, and the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and they finally came up with a conclusive diagnosis of primary progressive MS. And it was a devastating diagnosis. Don't get me wrong. I was not feeling as positive as I usually feel. And as time went on, especially when I first got diagnosed, I was just dragging my legs a little bit. And the reason why I went in, because I'm an avid jogger, at least I was at the time. And I was jogging and I just couldn't pick up my right leg. I was trying to do everything. I even took a CrossFit class because I thought it was just something that physically I could do. But it turned out that I couldn't, obviously. And then I got fitted for like a prosthetic. I remember the first time when I got the first prosthetic, I was so happy because I was able to lift my feet up. At that point, I could walk pretty much unassisted without a walker or a cane or anything like that. I just need that prosthetic, but I was, dragging my leg and swinging it across, and it got to the point where I couldn't use it. And then they tried to make me a custom prosthetic, and that was even worse. And I still have those things in the closet. Maybe I'll show them in some future video. But after that, I started declining. I got to the point where I needed a cane. I used to have a nice BMW, right? Driving it. But I got to the point where I couldn't get in and out of the car because, it sat low to the ground. And for me to get out, it was like, pulling a sardine out of a can. So I got rid of the BMW, and now I drive a minivan, which sits up a little higher, and it's just a lot easier for me to drive. But the progression of the disease kept going to the point where now I'm pretty much reduced to a walker when I walk, right? So tomorrow, if you guys tune in, I'll be adding some footage of me actually standing up because my sister, again, she said, with you sitting down like that and doing these videos, it's hard to tell that anything is actually wrong with you. I said, well, that's a fair point. I've been told that before. So tomorrow I'm going to show me standing up, which, it is what it is. And then me walking, it is what it is. And then also my machine that I really think a lot of people will benefit from. It's a Viber therapy machine. Basically, it's a machine that shakes and shake you, right? With this machine, I'm able to, with my hands supporting me, I'm able to stand up. And then we have an overhead bar, which I can grab, overhead, but I'm able to stand upright. And so far, I can do that for like 40 minutes. And according to this machine, 10 minutes is equivalent to an hour in the gym. So I'm going to go ahead and show that tomorrow. So tomorrow will probably be a good one to look and also to share, because if you do know someone who's suffering with MS, it's a bad disease, but it don't have to be the end of the world. And one thing about adding a fasting regimen to your MS, it really allows a person to have a lot more control over their thoughts, over their bathroom habits, and fasting is such a cleansing, thing to do as far as cleaning the body. And I'm really hopeful that the stem cells release that typically happens in the third day of a fast will, do what stem cells are designed to do, and that's to correct anything that's needs to be corrected. So 30 days, and today is day 8, so I got 22 more days to go, which is cool. I'm feeling strong at the moment, but we know that changes as time go by. And then also too, I just wanted to mention this. I've been kind of lackadaisical in my water intake, which I know I should be doing better, but sometimes you do things that are wrong. But there's a form of fasting called dry fasting, which I do not recommend to anyone. You never hear me recommend dry fasting. But dry fasting is a form of fasting where you don't drink any water or any food. I mean, you just basically just don't do anything. And one of the things with dry fasting that makes it possible is that there's something called metabolic water, which is produced by the body when you don't have water. It actually is produced by the fat in your body being metabolized. And I did that one time. I did a dry fast. I did it for almost 3 days. It was like 2 days and half of another day. But if you know me, I overdid it because I was trying to exercise and do everything else while I was doing that. But that metabolic water, it's got a funny taste to it, right? And I actually taste that this morning, which was a sign that I probably need to drink more water. But it reminded me of the dry fasting, and I did it because it's supposed to really increase the stem cell production even more. And the stem cell production, it comes about because when you fast, right, you typically send the body into shock because your body is designed to survive, right? And if you're not putting food in your mouth and, in your digestive system, and then your body is kind of wondering what's wrong with this guy. So, it starts to scavenge any cells or anything that it can consume to allow you to continue to operate your body, right? And when that's gone, at some point, you'll have a switch, which means that it'll go from the food in your belly to your fat, which is, typically put away. And during those times when you overeat and store it there for later use when there's no food around. But for most people, they'll never be able to tap into their fat or their reserves because our society just constantly bombards us with eating and mostly bad food. So, you're always digesting your food. But, I feel pretty good. I know that I'm empty. My digestive system is at rest. I sleep good at night. And so far, so good. So this is day 8. Tomorrow is going to be day 9. And I'm looking forward to hitting day 10, which, get me in the double digits. And then after that, day 15, which will put me at halfway. And then at halfway, I'm going to see if I can schedule an appointment to maybe go ahead and get my vitals, my blood, and all that stuff done so we can make sure that everything is functioning right. So anyway, that's all I had for today. Signing off, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.